welcome back to my channel. I'm Rachel, the owner and creator here at the Eclectic Cottage in Spokane, Washington. Today is Wednesday, and as much as I had hoped to have my shop all done for Christmas by today, it just has not happened, you guys. I went ahead and threw in the mix cleaning and reorganizing and redistributing all my decor in the back half of the store, which really isn't Christmas at all. But I really wanted to get everything cleaned and dusted and all of that. So I did a whole bunch of taking down and rearranging and putting back and cleaning. And that took a couple days and put me a couple days behind. So here we are, Wednesday, and I still have Christmas stuff sitting all over the cottage. So it's getting there though. I have a couple displays done. I'm working on the last big one, and then I should be able to start cleaning and get everything picked up. So hopefully keep your fingers crossed for me, you guys. In the meantime, what I figured, I snuck out last Saturday on a quick junk run. I figured day after Halloween, they'd be putting out Christmas, and sure enough, they were. So I grabbed a few things. I'm going to show those to you. And while we're here and I have a little bit of extra time, I figured one of the questions I get asked pretty constantly is how I clean my wax brushes. So I am going to show you how I clean my wax brushes. So stay tuned to the end of the video, and that will be a little explanation on how I do that. So for now, let's get started on the few items that I did pick up at the thrift stores on Saturday night. So I love these little glitter trees. I thought they were so pretty, and they were really inexpensive, honestly, for Goodwill. This one was 99 cents. The big one was $1.99. These will look super great in my big display. So I grabbed those. Honestly, I was putting the display together today, and I really wanted to come grab them and put them out. So now that I've shown them to you, I can finally do that. So then I got these two, and they're not Christmas, but I thought they were cute. They need a little help. This guy's got some of his gold is missing, and some of the powdery stuff is kind of showing through. So he needs sealed, and definitely a paint job. I have a feeling he will get made over at some point to look more like a concrete statue rather than this gold look that he's got going on. But these were $3.99 at the thrift store. So I got the little boy that has the puppy, and then I got the little girl with her kitten. So I just thought they were super cute. And again, they just need sealed up so that this stops flaking out, and then a paint job. So they will go in my stash for now. I got this cute little angel. She's so heavy, you guys. She's a porcelain angel. She was $4.99, so I won't make a ton of money on her, but she was pretty, and so I grabbed her. And then I got a couple birds. And if you watched a while back, I painted a little bird using the copper patina by DIY, and I'm thinking I might do these two with the gold patina and dark wax. We'll see. I kind of actually like the color of this one just the way it is though, so I might just put him out. He was only 99 cents. And then this little guy, not too keen on the opalescent look, but I think he'd look really cute, kind of gold and then with some dark wax. So, and he was $1.99. So I got both of those. And then I'm always on the lookout for good stocking holders for Christmas. I tend to sell a lot of these. This one was $2.99. It's really heavy. Obviously, it's the word Noel. I will probably spray paint this black, a nice matte black, and then do a matte clear coat over it and put it in with my decor. So that's that. The only reason I like to paint them is because a lot of the time after a couple years, the silver starts to kind of, I don't know if you can see, but like on this deer, it starts to kind of peel off and it gets scratched and it just doesn't look great. And so I'm going to paint over all the blemishes and everything with a brand new coat of paint and make them pretty. So, and this deer was $1.99. So, and he's again pretty heavy, and I thought he was cute. Then I grabbed Santa. Just a beautiful porcelain Santa with this gold accent that I really like. He looks almost like he could be Lennox. I don't think he is. He's not heavy enough, but he's pretty, and he was only $1.99. So I grabbed him. He'll go perfect in one of my displays. And then lastly, I got this cute bowl. I just thought this looked like Christmas. It's so gold and pretty. You could put some greenery in here and maybe some of the really pretty balls that they make for Christmas that are different decor, the little spheres. Some moss balls in here would look cute, whatever. And I can't remember the price on this. Oh, there it is. This was $5.99. So just a nice piece, and I'll put it out somewhere in one of my Christmas displays. So that was it for my thrift run. I was all alone. I just went without my husband and zipped around to a couple thrift stores. So it was kind of fun just to get out and get some of the stress gone, doing a little retail therapy. So that was fun. Anyway, then on to the next portion of the video, which is how do I clean my wax brushes. Now the caveat here is that I am not an expert on cleaning wax brushes. I was never shown that this is the way you're supposed to do this. This is just a way that I have adopted over the last several years of how I do it. So I'm not going to tell you guys that this is necessarily the be-all end-all way to clean your wax brushes. But what I do, I'm going to grab a shop towel here. So I have 2 sets of brushes. This is my set that I use for black and dark wax. Now, they're pretty mucky, and I honestly don't worry too much about that because when you're using black and dark wax, you're normally going to be darkening whatever surface you're waxing over. So it's not a big deal if these have a little bit of residue still in them. I do still strain them and brush them off before I use them though. Now my clear and white wax brush, I maintain this one a little bit more regularly because this one I almost always use. And so this brush I've had for, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years maybe. It's an infinity brush. I'm pretty sure I got it on Amazon. It's a natural bristle brush. I think they're horsehair or something like that. In fact, all of my brushes that I use for waxing have natural bristles to them. And this brush lives in this old paint container. And in here is about, like 1/8 of an inch on the bottom of mineral spirits. So not a lot of mineral spirits, just a little. Just enough to keep the very tips of the brush wet. And mineral spirits, if you don't know about it, it's a solvent. It's not like paint thinner. Paint thinner is definitely a little more abrasive, a little bit more stinky. Mineral spirits doesn't have a super bad odor to it. It's very low VOC, so you can use it inside and not stink up your entire space. It is a solvent though, so it's nothing that you really want to drench in your skin or have it get in your mouth or sit and smell over and over and over again. But it's relatively safe. And so I just store my brushes in a little bit of mineral spirits. And then when I go to use them, like with this one, I basically just strain out as much of that mineral spirits as I can and just kind of bend the brush down into the mineral spirits and just, like I said, get as much out as you can. And then I'll take a shop towel and just, again, kind of press really hard and try and squeeze out as much of that mineral spirits as I can. So I want this brush as dry as possible before I start waxing. So because you'll notice if you start waxing with this and it still has quite a bit of mineral spirits in it, it will actually turn your wax almost into a liquid as you're waxing. So the drier the better. And sometimes I do cheat and I will actually squeeze the mineral spirits out of my brush. I'm not going to tell you to do that though, because it's, again, not good for your skin. I would highly recommend if you do that to go wash your hands after or just use a glove and then you don't have to worry about it. So, but once I get the majority of the mineral spirits out of my brush and it's relatively dry, I'm ready to wax. And then I just wax away. Now obviously when I'm done waxing, my brush is going to have some residual wax on the tips of the bristles. And so what I'll do is I will take my rag that I used earlier to squeeze the mineral spirits into, and I will use this to clean off those brush tips. So I'll get as much of that wax off of this brush into that mineral spirits on the paper towel that I possibly can. And you'll see if you picked up any color with your wax brush, you'll see that come off mostly in this paper towel, which is good. You want to get it as clean as you can. And the mineral spirits that are actually in your shop towel or your paper towel will help to break down that wax and just kind of turn it into a liquid as you're brushing it off. So clean it as best you can, get as much off as you can in your shop towel. And then I just take it and I dip it back into my mineral spirits and just kind of squish it around. Now sometimes you'll see that it will leave color in your mineral spirits, and some color is okay. If it's a little cloudy, that's okay. But if your mineral spirit starts to get really colored, you definitely want to change it. And so how I change my mineral spirits is, since there's only a little bit in there, again, just assuming that my brush is dry and off to the side, I will take my shop towels that I have laying around. Maybe I've used one to do some, when I'm waxing, do the wiping back of the excess, whatever. If I have some old used shop towels that are dry, I will stick them down in there and just soak up whatever little bit of mineral spirits is left, and then I throw those away. Mineral spirits evaporates over time. For whatever reason, the solvent just evaporates. So you kind of have to, if you don't use your wax brush for a long time, you might want to look in there and make sure there's still just a little bit of mineral spirits in there. But you definitely don't want it to go down the drain. You don't want to put this down into your sewer. So make sure and just soak up whatever you have and then throw it away. I'm pretty sure it is a flammable thing, so you definitely don't want to have it near a heater or an open flame or anything like that. But you will notice that they do evaporate on their own over time. So eventually this little towel will be completely dry, and it really doesn't take a super long time for them to evaporate. But that's it. That's all I do, you guys. I just use my mineral spirits. The thing I like about the mineral spirits is, if you've watched me before, I will actually add it to my darker colored waxes to thin them out so that I can use them more like a glaze. And it just helps be able to thin out that wax and move it around a lot easier. So that's it. That's just all I do. And so please let me know if you have any other questions in the comments below. I will try to get to those. And that is it for today's video, you guys. I hope you liked it. If you did, please remember to give it a thumbs up. I so appreciate that. And if you haven't already, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. Then just hit that little notification bell so you don't miss anything. And then please don't forget to comment below and let me know if you had a favorite item of my little mini thrift haul. For Saturday, I am definitely going to be giving you guys a shop tour. I will have the cottage done by Saturday, I promise, myself and you. And so that should be a fun video. And then I'm really hoping after that I'll be able to get back in here in the kitchen and pump out some cool Christmas projects. I've got some things I've been working on that just aren't quite finished yet. And I can hardly wait to show them all to you guys. So anyway, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week and beginning of the weekend. I hope to see you back here on Saturday, and thank you so much for being here, you guys. I'll see you Saturday. Bye.